Right.
Oh God.
Good morning, everyone. Morning. Right.
Morning.
You sound like you're eating your voice back.
Every single one of you is probably going to be required for this. I've had a phone call come through from Kevin Big.
Ooh.
He sounded very distraught and upset. Kev Big's calling me. What do you want?
Then we either remand them, put them on bail, or put them on tag.
I know who it is. What do you want?
Tell you guys everything.
You what?
Tell you guys everything.
Right. You trying to have me on, are you? You trying to take one of us hostage again, eh? Gonna round up every single gang member and crunch worker to come and get us. Is that what you're gonna do, eh?
No.
Yeah, I know your plan, mate. What is it this time?
It's time, Gordon.
What do you mean this time? Are you Big Ben, are ya?
It's not enough. I just want to not have to look over my shoulder anymore, Gordon. I'm sick and tired doing this.
Doing what, mate?
Everything that's been happening now. Come and get me after the bad weather comes over and take me for a proper interview this time. None of that, no cover bullshit, right?
How do I know you're not gonna be lying, mate?
Got my word for it.
Right.
If you don't, you can put a bullet in my head.
Well, that would be illegal, and I'll be in jail with you then, mate, wouldn't I?
Yeah, well, someone's got to keep me company, I guess.
Now listen, we'll be there approximately around half past, mate.
Okay.
There'll be a meeting, we always have a briefing. We ain't gonna just drop everything that we normally do just to cater you, Kevin. Do you understand?
Yeah, I understand.
No, don't try and get all fucking emotional with me, because you're a cold-blooded killer.
I'm just sick and tired of this shit,
No,
Gordon.
yeah, you're sick and tired now because you've been caught. That's what it is, Kevin, right? Now, you're a cold-blooded killer, mate. You have no feelings for anyone but yourself. So I hope when I come and speak to you and I get you, and I bring you down to that police station, you have a long, hard think on what you're going to tell me, and I hope it's not selfish, mate.
Sorry.
Yeah, that's more
I'll
like
tell
it.
you everything.
Approximately half past.
No worries. Take your time.
And remorseful. He says he's willing to come down here. He's currently on remand in prison, and he wants to tell us the truth of everything. So we're going to need to take our cars up there and get a prison transport from the cells for him down here. Is everyone okay with that, or did anyone have anything to do? Matter of fact, I'm not even going to ask you, I'm telling you.
We're saved.
Yeah. Well, let's hope he's not trying to pull any fucking strings, so we need people on guard, basically. Yeah, on guard.
Yep. Perfect.
Yeah. So, right. I mean, if there's any other updates from anyone, if not, let's get suited and booted. Let's get ready.
There is another thing.
Yeah, go on, mate.
There is. Oakley, do you want to come up?
Oakley. Oh, it's Oakley.
You put your right leg. Oh, so we're not doing that burst. Sorry.
No, man.
Right, yeah. Could we have all inspectors plus stay behind after the briefing, please? We're going to do our SLB, but in Gold Office.
Did you not just fucking hear what I said, mate?
Tell them again, God.
Might want to reschedule it, Oakley.
So basically, right?
I retire.
You guys know what the SLB is. What we'll start doing it once a week. It doesn't have to be gold. It's just bronze and silver. You don't all have to attend, but if you can't attend, then get the next person under you to attend, and you'll meet up and have a discussion once a week to discuss cases and some other stuff and just any changes or any problems. Is that right, Oakley? Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, cool. So can we get a van downstairs? Response, you can sort that out. Let's get traffic downstairs and some fast cars as well. Let's get everyone 3 cars. Everyone
helicopter as well. Helipopper.
Everyone trioed up.
Can I ask a question quickly?
What's the question?
Tags, have they been sorted or not?
I don't think they're working now, but we'll check. All right.
Yeah.
It's on the list.
Nothing gets sorted round here, mate.
I don't think that works.
There's just a firmware update for the tags. That's all, mate. Once it's updated, they'll start working again. All right. So let's go.
All right, let's get it moving. Come on. Move it.
Come on.
What are you doing, you top? Move it.
Happening with transporting Kev. It might have to make it another day.
It won't take long to transport. I mean, just do it straight away afterwards.
No, it's fine. I don't mind. It's just
Sorry
we're
to
trying to
shut you
find a
down,
time.
mate.
No, you're good. It's we're trying to find a time to do this, but
No, he's not good. You better be sorry, mate.
we
Jesus
understand-
Christ, mate. You shut him down.
I
we
had to,
understand
mate.
that after 8 p.m.
you're right.
everything does go down. So we're trying to find a good time to do it. You know.
So you see, like we was waiting for how long? Remember I said to you to do it at like 8, because really and truly, you know that
Yeah,
the silver
bang
and
on
bronze
8.
should be here first.
Where's Packet?
So bang on 8, you got meet up next door and then come in here. And the briefing's usually about 20 past like now. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
Let's walk and
it
talk,
takes
Loof.
it takes me about
Let's walk
five to 7-ish minutes to wake
Yeah.
up.
Where are you?
LB needs to hurry up, bruv.
Yeah, we pull outside to the.
get another truck.
We pull outside to the right. We'll line everyone up like that, innit? You know how we did it,
Where are you?
guys. We're gonna do single file. We don't need every car going through, just a couple of them, and then the rest of you park in the car park.
Be advised, we got a few people in the inner circle of the prison asking for our help. But I believe they got themselves in there, they got themselves out.
Well. What do we have here? I said, well. What do we have here?
You can't got your tongue.
You're sorry, are ya? Sorry to all the lives you ruined. Sorry to all the people you made lose a job. You make me sick. Look at ya. Hey? Looking like a dried up rat. Begging for help. Bring him with us.
Let's go.
Come on, Kev.
All Trojan be aware as well, guys. Just gonna continue to push.
What way is it?
This way.
This way.
I don't want a word from you until we get in that station, you understand?
Yes.
You just said a word, so you don't understand, do ya?
No.
Just gonna read your police caution as well, mate. Okay, then also army defence. If you do not mention when request assault which later on in court, and if you can do say, maybe give it evidence. Okay.
There's your lift, mate. Get him in there.
Yep. Come on, Kevin.
Put an extra cushion in there.
Well, I mean, so far so good, but
Eyes on Kev's girlfriend.
this is
Yeah,
Kev
because-
big after all, ain't it?
Ran to the side to make a phone.
Kev's apparently confessing, but I don't know how I believe
Good
it.
then, pass.
Good work, everybody. Go on, walk.
That's it.
Move it.
Has you got him out, yeah? You got him out or no?
Yeah, he's up.
Here, he's here. Drink, Kev.
I don't know. Maybe.
Don't you dare feel sorry for this geezer.
I'm not. I'm just seeing if he's hungry or thirsty.
That's what he likes to do, make you feel sorry for him. You said you weren't searching you, mate. Make sure you got nothing on you. Take these bloody cuffs off and take a seat. Like I said, Kevin, I hear what you're gonna say is valuable right now. If you think you're gonna pull out one of these tricks under your sleeve, like it's this person or this, that, mate, tell me right now, and we're wasting our time. Sit down.
No tricks, Gordon.
Sit the fuck down.
Right. Okay. So at the time of 2038 on the 19th of the 5th, 2025, we are here to interview, and I'm just going to state my name for the tape. So my name is Detective Rebel Moore, and to the left of me we have.
GX4 Officer Gort. Oh wait, hang on. Am I to the left or is she in the middle or what?
You to the left.
All right.
You go. You go.
GX4 Officer Gordon. We call me by my first name. Thank you.
Behind us we have.
Delta 6 Detective Sergeant Penny Pink.
To the right of our suspect today, we got
Loof.
Luther.
Me to the right. Yeah, Jake's free. Assistant Commissioner John Luther.
And we've just got one extra in the room just for our protection. Erin, if you just state your full name for the tape for us, love.
Erin Taylor, Treasure Note.
And then today in front of us, if you just state your full name for the tape, Kevin.
Kev Big.
Perfect. So I'm just going to read you your rights. Doesn't mean anything, just for the tape purposes, all right? So you do not have to say anything, but may harm your defence if you're not mentioned when questioned, something which will later lie in court. Anything you do say may be given evidence. Do you understand?
I do.
Chat, let me know,
Go ahead,
cap or
Gordon, if you
fact when you
start.
start speaking.
Right, Kevin. For once, this is not us actually calling this interview on. It's yourself. Why have you done this, mate?
I think it's time to own up, Gordon.
And when you say own up, what are you referring to?
The guns being flooded around the city. Everything that I've done wrong.
Okay, well, just so you ain't being crafty or anything like that, River and Pink is going to actually pull you up on some things. We're going to take a little, let's say, trip down memory lane, as some would say, eh?
Perfect way to say it, really, isn't it?
Go ahead, let's pluck all the way back as far as we can go. We're going to revisit some of these cases and
Let's go. Hold on.
where are we going to dig from, eh?
Let's have a look, shall we?
I don't want it
So
just to be
we've
quick
got-
chat.
We could start with back on the. Trying to go back fast. We don't go. there we go.
One that comes to
Shots
my
fired.
mind is
Perfect.
the animal factory. What was it? It was
The chicken factory.
Chicken factory.
Yes, the chicken factory.
Chicken
That's
factory.
that's
Meat
the one.
factory, yeah. It was the meat factory.
Oh, there he is. He's in the room. The meat factory. As you kept on.
Okay, so you, a couple of people we know, Al Big, Derry Derrick, all involved, as well as the rest of the gangs. Can you explain us to what happened that night?
It was my idea. I'm in control of all the gangs around here. Anything I say and they do, we have a process. As you know, there's probably 4 gangs that you're well aware of.
No,
And,
mate. Could you just name them for us, please?
STK, dressed in the colour of black.
Any couple names from them, just so we can make sure we've.
Let's go with leaders and second in commands, Kev, for each gang that you're going to be referencing.
Chezzy would be the leader.
Oh, he's
Reggie
snitching.
would be the second in command, or vice versa. Then you got the syndicate. You have Louis in charge, and Rory second command. Then you got the Reds. I think they're called More Than Family or More Than Five, something like that. They might change their name. You have Davey, who is in charge. And I believe Scotty is second in charge.
Okay.
There was a motorbike club. They are no longer part of the gang life. They simply drive around on bikes.
What were they called, mate? What were they called?
The Pariah. The Pariah. I believe Axel is in charge. I wouldn't know the second in charge. They've had a lot of changes recently. There's an American dude that rolls around them. I spoke to him on a few occasions.
Yeah, the one actually that was with you at this chicken factory, right?
Correct. Yeah, that's the one. Then you have the newly promoted gang that dressed in the color of white. They haven't decided a family name. You usually just call them the Whites. You have Jeff, who is in charge. He doesn't have a second in command at the moment. Second in command ended up leading. So yeah, so they're the gangs.
Cool. Just for purpose of referencing those gangs, just want to confirm for us that you have supplied them all with firearms, bladed articles, etc.
I've indeed.
What about drugs, Kev?
Drugs is not really my sort of thing. I was dabbling with a bit of heroin that's being brought over from Mexico. So that's really and truly the only drug I have dabbled in.
Hold on,
me and a couple
Kevin.
of friends went over to
Slow down. Mexico.
Mexico, yeah.
Who was your point of contact in Mexico, mate?
So I don't remember his name. L something. It was through a guy called Mr. B and my uncle. Mr. B he put us in contact with someone to go over there. It was a 12-hour boat trip, torrential storms. I don't know if you've ever seen the perfect storm before. It was awful. Me and a couple of friends went over there, and there was this big scary drug lord over there who gave us a load of supply, but it actually turned out to be a bit of a dud.
And when you say we, who are you referring to? And I noticed you said your uncle. Have you got a name for these people?
Yeah, name's Uncle P. I believe.
Uncle P.
Believe you may know him. You may not know him. I don't know his current status with you guys.
So Uncle P, he's the main boss. Would you say?
He's an old guy now. I will get onto some more of that later if you want to continue with the meat factory story. Just
No. Before we go into the meat factory, because we're onto something here, mate. The people you went over with. Who was that, mate?
It was a while ago. I believe Delboy was there with us. He used to run a pawn shop up on Route 68.
Is he going to say Tyrone?
Tyrone Gordon was with us. I really have to scratch my mind here, Gordon. It was a long time ago.
No, it's fine. But you could even just tell us who distributes the drugs now if you're not involved in that stuff, mate.
All right. Well, I'm here, ain't I?
Exactly.
So there's a guy called Bruce. He runs around all the heroin. There's also a guy.
Name, Kev. Sorry.
I've only got him saved as
Just
Bruce. I
Bruce,
can
right,
show
okay,
you my
that's
phone out too. Yeah.
Loof, you know that guy, don't you, Loof?
To be fair, yeah, I know Bruce, and I know another guy named his name was D. He hangs around with Bruce, and he admitted something to do with knowing there's heroin on the streets.
Now, Kev, I know you're in a rush, mate.
I'm not in a rush,
But
Gordon. I just
you've,
want to help you guys, just so you know. I'm looking at a long sentence and stuff.
Okay,
and
so
it's just the right
let's
thing
go
to
back to this chicken factory. We'll take it step by step, right? So we're going to talk about chicken factory.
Chat,
Now,
remind me to
we
say
had
something
all
about
gangs there.
Bruce, because I've got
Mentioned,
something.
obviously, the leaders and the
No, there was
bosses and stuff like that.
there was two gangs.
There was two gangs.
Yeah. So essentially, what has happened? So during my time of being a leader, you know, there may be an up-and-coming gang that may want to contest as such and prove their ways.
Okay.
And at the time, the motorcycle club, the Pariah, I think I can never pronounce it properly. They wasn't, you know, really showing the strength of what a gang may potentially should show. So the gang that were dressed in the color white, also known as the Whites, wanted to contest something. So we put them up to a trial run. The Whites had stolen something off them, being a gun. That was a combat pistol. So yeah, we set them to the task to go get it back, but it didn't end well for the motorcycle club, which is where, you know, I think Officer Cash turned up, and I was just trying to gather the bodies together at that moment in time.
But he was their friend.
Okay, so we had obviously the two main gangs. We had Purples there. We got STK there. We had the Whites there. Obviously, they weren't official, as you say.
Yes, correct.
So we had a lot of people there. What was the main reason for this, Kev? Because it was quite chaotic. There's so many of you.
Well, so there was 5 members dressed in white, and then there was 4 motorcycle club members. So that's, you do the maths.
I think for clarity, the chicken factory or meat factory incident we're referring to is the one that's most recent, where there was 40 upwards members of organised crime groups inside.
Yeah, that one. That's the one.
Oh,
it was
I thought we was
very
talking
big
about.
one.
Me too.
So should we go in stages?
We've had an interview on that one. We've had an interview on that one, so we don't.
I don't mind. Listen, I'm going to give you all the information. So if you want to clear out,
no, go ahead, Kevin. Remind us
fine,
on that
then.
one.
If you want to carry, if you want to talk about that one, that's fine. Go ahead.
This is why I corrected when you guys said the chicken factory, because when I was pulled in, or the meat factory, the officers kept calling it a chicken factory. So I thought maybe
Perfect.
So,
okay, I get you.
Continue the meat factory.
That was a scenario, and I do believe I served my time for being there. I do believe.
Yeah, you
All
did.
right. So the chicken factory in Polito. Yeah, there's been a lot of ongoing stuff with the police and stuff, and won't lie to you, I've been drinking a lot and I've been doing a lot of drugs, and I've been very upset with some of the police officers around
Oh,
here.
here he goes.
It's not I
Let
feel
him
bad. I'd
explain,
just
it's
rather
alright.
explain exactly what's going on, Gordon. I'm not trying to get a sympathy. I told you I'm coming here as a man to admit my wrongs. Yeah, it just seems, some officers are, they're really not treating people how they should. And I know it wasn't the right thing, but there's an ongoing issue between me and Carter. Yeah, some of the ways they've been treating us, I wanted to, just get my own back, essentially.
Okay.
I know it's wrong.
Well, pause yourself there a little bit. What's the issue between you and Carter?
I just don't like, I don't like the way he is. He seems very sneaky. He's, sometimes liable to take a little side payment and stuff like that. I don't care about that. Money's money. I'd rather help anyone I can.
Right.
I just don't like the way he is. And that's not to get anybody in trouble, because I don't, if I wanted him in trouble, I'd come and make a complaint. But I'd just be honest and tell you, I had a few issues. Me and Luther have had issues. Me and Gordon have had issues. And many other officers. But, I guess you guys are just trying to do your job, right?
Yeah, of course. So when you say side payment, why side payment? What's that all about?
That doesn't matter. I'd rather not go into it.
We're here to be honest, aren't we?
I'm being honest.
Kevin, you need to speak up on that, mate. As well
If
as
there's
we.
stuff you don't want to talk about, don't mention it, because otherwise I'm going to question it and I'm going to nail it. All right?
Okay, I don't want to get anyone in trouble. I just thought I'd explain why I was feeling how I was
You've
feeling.
opened a can of worms, mate.
Well, I'll let you guys investigate that one.
That's what we're here for.
I
Is
think
it
we
really
should.
bright in here, or is it me?
It's probably you, mate. You are. Do you know your home muscle, mate? Just have a little fiddle around and we'll resume once you're done, mate.
It's okay. I can deal with it. It's not so bad.
Kevin, you stated all the names that was at this place. Could you just remind me the names you said?
It was so it was STK. It was the syndicate who dressed in purple.
So no, we're talking about the first occasion, the one you went down for already, right?
Yeah. Actually, are we talking about the Polito with all the gangs?
Yeah,
or
yeah.
just talking
There was something I want to touch on that. Yeah, go on.
Yeah, I don't think you was here that day, Gordon. Yeah, so all gang members were involved essentially.
Right. Okay.
If you want me to name the gangs again,
No. It's fine.
Why did you get so many involved, Kev? What was the main purpose of it?
Well, as you know yourself, there is a
stuff over the
lot
19
of you
months.
guys, a lot, and there's many days, and there's been many things that have been upsetting me. For instance, on that night, I always get told, and there's many nice officers around, and they'll be like, "Kev, like just sort yourself out, go and enjoy yourself." But one night I got offered to come down to the palace as a VIP, etc. Because I am the CEO of It's the Big Birdie Trendy. Also run Big's Aviation Transportation, do luxury industry. So yeah, I went to enjoy myself on a night out, and took a bit of cocaine with me. I enjoyed doing that a lot. And I had officers snooping around the whole night. They come and sport the whole night, and I was just starting to feel anytime I do something, police officers turn up. I started to build a real hate for the police.
You know what?
Kev,
Go on, Luther.
You had people on the inside saying that there was coke in there, mate.
Just said I had coke.
Yeah,
it's a
people
nightclub,
were
Luther. I
informing
don't know
us.
about you, Luther. I know you don't ever go off shift, my friend, but 70% of the country of Unique do cocaine on a weekend.
Well, it's actually 80%. And Kevin, do you actually, suffer from a cocaine addiction? Is there anything you'd want to bring to the table right now?
Gordon, I did go through a really bad stage of it, and then once I got Big Toe up and running, I was probably the happiest I'd ever been. And once I sold it, it did create a real miss, and the alcohol, and that leads to other drugs, and you're always trying to forever pick yourself up, and then you get onto fast foods, and just feel like it was a bit of a spiral. And you know, it was a night out, and I thought, you know, I haven't done it in a while, and you know, it just all let out of control a little bit. Well, should I say more than a little bit?
Of course. Would you say cocaine is the reason why you've done all these bad things you've done, mate?
I wouldn't say always, no. Being totally honest with you, Gordon, I don't want to just blame something for the sake of blaming it.
Which sort of leads me to ask you, Kev, actually. Do you feel like you have a bit of a short fuse without thinking straight sometimes?
I mean...
Because what do you think our purpose is of as being a police department?
I think you're here to protect and serve the civilians. And, you know, in many ways, in what I'm doing, there's been a lot of times where I protect and serve the civilians.
Do you want to elaborate on that?
Well, you know, there's one thing, you know, leading gangs and stuff. I've always made it clear to the gangs, you're never to harm a civilian, because there is consequence.
Yep.
Let that pass.
There is consequences that the gangs would pay if they was to ever, you know, rob a civilian or harm a civilian.
What kind of consequences?
And there was fines and stuff in place, or maybe they would have to wait a few weeks before they could next get their hands on some form of supply or something.
What about death, Kevin? Has that ever crossed the line? Death?
Yep. Death as well.
Well, we might as well bring this one up right now. There's a couple names. I'm gonna start with one that begins with M. Go ahead, River or Pink, or actually, Lufa, you probably dealt with this one a bit more, didn't you?
Yeah, let's talk about Mimka.
I'll just get a glass of water quick. One sec.
Mm-hmm.
I'll bring you a glass of water, of course.
Yeah.
Love, could you go get him a glass of water, please?
Yeah, 2 seconds.
Oh my god. Chat, it is over. Where did we go?
Mouth, you know.
Don't
Just
worry,
for
we'll
the
get
purpose
you
of the tape, Delta 6, Sergeant Penny Pink has gone to get Kev a glass of water.
Oh, sorry, I was gasping as well. You don't mind sharing?
Oh.
It's fine.
There you go, Dad.
Thank you.
Take your time, Kevin. Lufa was speaking to you.
Oh, much better.
For the tape, but for the sake of the recording, Lufa, I'm gonna repeat
All right. All right, so let's talk about his first name. Mimka. Mimka, what was his surname? Mascara.
Yep.
He was under our witness protection. And it's obviously apparent that he's no longer around. Tell us what happened to him and what led to his demise.
Start to finish if you can, please, mate.
Detectives of him for 22 months.
So Mimka joined STK. He was a good person, to be honest, at times. Problem is, and you know, with gangs, what's the way to put this? In the world we live in, you know, snitching is the greatest sin you could ever commit. More than anything, if you understand this is an operation, essentially, you could look at it like a business, and you know, a snitch could cause so much harm. Mimka was shot dead, and he was left in the water. I could take you to exactly where it was. You could retrieve his body.
What was the reason
Why?
then?
Mimka was found out to be working, you know, along yourselves. We was made aware of certain situations when you guys were turning up. Every time he was turning up, Mimka would say or had done something to raise the suspicion of others. So, you know, the gang approached me and Des, and they said, you know, this is happening, that's happening, and then there was many occasions
Sorry,
where...
who is Des? Who is Des, mate?
Derek, my son.
What are we calling? Who's the gang?
STK, sorry. Mimka was part of STK.
Mm-hmm.
Keep going, mate.
Yeah. So, so there was many moments where STK members had raised a suspicion with me. So we let Reggie, Chezzy know, that there's a big suspicion here that Mimka is essentially, telling you guys information on us, or should I say them? And then there was a threat that came in to say he was gonna, potentially harm what we're doing. So, in hindsight, Mimka's death was caused by working with you guys.
And how did you know that he was working with us, mate? Because obviously this is something we need to know and improve on in the future.
So, I don't know how you're gonna restore his phone, but Mimka had one of the police officer's numbers saved in his phone. And, before he was shot, we went through his phone. And there was many, many messages in there that could give you a whole abundance of information to what exactly he was doing and how he was working. I'm sure, now don't absolutely quote me on this because it was a while ago, I'm sure it was Luther, but he had Luther saved as one of the, either the inspectors or the CRD's number. I can't remember his name. Luther, is it Mike? Might be not Mike. Something like that.
The black geezer.
Mikey T.
Mikey T. Yeah, that's the one. He had Luther's number saved as Mikey T. So that's how we found out. And unfortunately, Mimka got a bullet in the back of the head.
Was that by yourself?
No, it was not by me.
Who is it?
Mr. Wilson.
Mr. Wilson. Stephen Wilson, right?
Stephen Wilson.
Right. Kevin, I just want to say to you, mate, doing the right thing.
I'm sorry, Gordon.
No. It's fine, mate. At least you found the kindness in your heart. Now, we're only probably through about 20%. We're going to keep it moving. There's been other bodies, people that just disappeared off the face of the unique house. Can anyone else pluck a name out of here? Don't all fire at once. Any name.
CID? Any name?
A name that's just gone missing. Let's start with one that's quite recent. Chezzy.
Chezzy.
She's back though on scene, to be fair.
You've seen her now, yeah?
Yeah,
Chezzy's
came back
with the
yesterday.
gang members. Well, STK on the tape.
And what do you know about Chezzy?
So we had contact with Chezzy, and we had contact to her where she was someone smuggled her phone into the prison with her, and he let us know. The fuck is that?
It's a fire hydrant.
Here we go, mate. Here we go. Give it a couple seconds, mate.
So yeah, she had contacted us lot, and she'd essentially let us know that you guys planted some form of necrophone device and a pair of sunglasses that would be attached as soon as she leaves the prison. So we come up with a plan, and it was a very smart plan. We rung STK. We said to STK, "You're gonna have to go pick her up." Naturally, don't say nothing weird over the radios and stuff. And that's where I had Purple's dressed in black with a heavy-tonned vehicle to intercept the car whilst it's on the motorway. It was in a bad car crash, which evidently broke the devices. Chezzy was then extracted to me in the back of a vehicle, which is where we got her changed. We changed her hair.
Who's we?
Well, me and Des.
And that's Derek, to be clear, right?
Yeah, Des is Derek for the old tape. So yeah, essentially she's she's been hiding in plain sight. In fact, there's been many times when I've been next to Chezzy and you guys have been next to me.
Now, when Chezzy told you about what was going on with her, what did she actually say to you, Kevin?
No, it's not my real voice.
She didn't really say too much, to be honest. She just said that you guys were asking her some questions and stuff.
Interesting.
Did
she say anything about what she was doing?
Yeah, I know what she was doing because Des told me. Des set it all up.
Right, and what did he set up? Please elaborate.
So Des elaborated that he constructed a plan together to sorry, Gordon. So Des constructed a plan together to send someone in here to basically tell you a load of information in order to draw you back out, because he had an inkling you guys might send someone out towards him, and that's where he was going to entrap your officers to cause harm.
And what information was that?
So basically to go and, tell you information about us lot.
Did that involve you? As in, was the information passed on about you?
I don't, to be honest, when Des goes on and on and on, a lot of it goes over my head. I can't remember exactly that, but he just said it was a genius idea and that he was going to trap the police in. And I didn't really think
No, it's fine. It's fine. For confidentiality, we won't be discussing anything on our behalf of that. But it's interesting to know what you know.
Yeah,
and what you don't know.
Trying to pick apart some things. Maybe better to speak to him about certain things.
Let's sort of relate it back to hierarchy within your operation. Kev,
Okay.
I'm assuming you take lead. Who would be the next reporting line for the gangs if you weren't around? Because maybe that would explain why he felt the need to organise such a thing as well.
That'll be Derek.
Received. Anyone else?
Okay.
No, I mean, our brother hangs around with us, but he's not really involved. That's about it.
You say he's not involved, but he's involved in a lot of situations that you guys.
Well,
are
I
in.
mean, on the dealing and stuff, it's me and Des.
Okay.
All right, Al is around us, of course. He's my brother and he's Derek's uncle.
Mm-hmm.
But he's merely just like anybody else. And as of recently, he's sort of changed his ways and just runs his shop. So the delegation of firearms and everything else is me and Des.
Speaking of firearms, where would you be getting them from? Where did you keep your supply? I mean, we saw you yesterday. You had seven more on you, and you was coming from the Paleo Island. So could you explain on that, mate?
So there's a couple of places that I keep them, and we can go to them if you like. I can let you in. So my beach hut being number one is usually once I have built a gun together. That's where I would store them. It's just it's just there.
Okay. Just for accuracy, I'm going to give you a tablet with a map on it. Could you just give us rough postals? Is that okay?
I mean, yeah, but I don't think you can get in these ones without me. You know what I'm saying? Because of the key card.
Oh yeah, we'll take you with it. It's
Just for
the
reference,
purpose of
that's
tape
all,
and
yeah.
references.
So
Yeah.
how do I?
You just think
deploy
about a
this?
tablet, and then if you can look on your think about your escape muscle and just do that.
Oh,
you good? You can stand up for it, darling.
Oh, my map, my unique maps is a bit blurry.
Press your
caps muscle.
Press your caps muscle. It will. You should be able to zoom out of your maps on there.
Oh,
take your time, mate. Or are you saying you're not seeing any postals, mate?
Let's shop you, mate.
Yeah, no, I can see them.
Let's start with the beach hut. I believe that's
685.
Right.
So that's the latest location towards there, all right? There is another one.
You okay, Kev?
Yeah, do you not hear any of that?
No.
No, sorry.
All right. Can you hear me now?
Sorry,
Yeah.
Don. Yeah, I can hear you
Yeah.
now.
All right. So 638 is 685 is the closest one for the beach huts. Did you hear that?
Yeah,
Yeah, got
685
that.
and you
Okay,
said
mate.
6. You
And
started on
then-
638.
There's like some fancy water huts near 438. And then
Yep.
the Polito one is 043.
Nice one, right. And are these getting delivered to you? Are you making them? Like, what is the process here, mate? Because this wouldn't magically pop up out of nowhere, would they?
So essentially, you know, I do have someone who, you know, sends me some kits. It's a gun making kit. They smuggle them over in tiny small pieces, and I put them together in the pub up together in Polito. So that's how I build them. But they are sent by someone.
That's someone being who?
My brother.
Sorry, who's your brother? How big?
Packet.
Wait, what?
Now this is something else I need to tell you guys.
Are you
So in
well,
order-
Kevin? Are you okay?
So in order for us to be able to have a middleman, we had to fake my brother's death. Now, Tuesday was paid a considerable amount of money to mess up the DNA documents that was led to the body. The body that was found was digged up from the graves next to the graveyards and placed in a certain location. This would create the disguise and the death of my brother's funeral.
Right.
My brother is currently on a yacht in the middle of the ocean, probably laughing his head off. I spoke to him this morning. He's not too happy you guys have got me. I'll be completely honest.
So he's the guy behind all of this.
You say Tuesday as well.
Tuesday.
Is that why a car was at that huge mansion?
Correct. So you know what that huge mansion was, right?
Yeah.
That was the guys previously. They worked with my uncle also.
Your uncle being Uncle P.
Uncle P, correct, Gordon.
Okay. Because we obviously had it down on our records. Packet was dead. Deceased, gone.
So what Tuesday did is Tuesday put on the documents that it was Packet's DNA. So the documents were forged in order to create the correct death certificate for my brother.
Right. Now,
So,
go ahead, mate.
so essentially, by giving a death certificate, what that would do is make you guys not have to go to look for someone who had gone quotation marks missing, etc.
So Packet's alive.
Like it's alive, and I can call him right now to prove it if you wanted.
Go ahead.
Call him.
Call him. Nobody
Yeah,
speak.
phone.
We got your
the
phone,
phone?
mate.
Pass.
Log in with your details.
Thank you. What would you like me to say? Just a normal conversation?
Have a normal conversation, mate.
I'm gonna make the phone call now. I'll put it on loudspeaker. Hello?
What's that then?
What's up?
You already fucking phoned me telling me you fucked up, Kev.
Just don't know what to do, man. Like,
Well, where
I
are
don't
you
know
now?
what to do, Baggy.
Well, it's too late to fucking cry now, Kev, mate.
I've got to go. The guards are coming, all right? I've got to go back to my cell.
All right, ring me when you
You
have
need
2
to sort
minutes.
this out, Packet.
I can't sort
I've gotta
nothing
go.
out, Kev. They think I'm fucking dead, you idiot.
See?
Oh, well, perfect.
Interesting.
Take the phone back off if you can.
Of
Interesting.
course.
Now,
Give it to
I've
Lufa.
had intel in my ear about some other people. It's been classed as missing. To our
Okay.
knowledge,
This
they're
was a
dead.
All
We've
right.
It was
got,
a long time ago.
yeah, we've got Zeno, Zenko, Prince, Denzel. There's probably other names, but that's the only ones who've been put forward to us. Can you tell us anything about them?
Yeah, the
They were
twins.
part of the STK to begin with, weren't they?
Twins, top guys, and probably some of my favourite in the city. And, you know, I love those guys dearly. And they were a ball of laughs, and they lit up every room they walked into. They were stabbed. They were placed in the water.
So they're dead or they're not dead, mate?
The last I see of them, they were thrown into water, so
You can't confirm.
I can't confirm.
So who did that?
Oh, he's an horrible bastard. It was Mr. B.
Right. Mr. B.
Yeah, there was a couple of us there. Again, when members do certain things towards their gangs, sometimes you might find, you know, some people might wake up with a bad head, or some people might disappear. The gangs can be pretty ruthless around here.
Keep going, Kevin, mate. You're, some would say you're smashing it, mate.
Thank you, Gordon. I just wanted to, you know, just come clean, to be honest.
Right.
I think what we're getting at here is that this is all basically a big operation, but to protect it, you orchestrate cold-blooded murder to protect yourself from what you're going through. Would you say that's correct, Kev?
Could you reword that, please?
So in terms of protecting what you've got going on, anyone that you saw as a liability,
Chat, any
you decided
questions?
to remove permanently by killing them.
Well, essentially, I don't like to get into, you know, the handbags of the gangs. You know, they're more than capable of taking care of stuff themselves. More than capable, let's just say this.
perhaps
You know,
as
they've
well,
all got knives,
doesn't
they've
he?
all got guns.
The Bruce question
So
won't
is
work here.
anyone's capable of committing murder. However, a snitch is a snitch. I don't like fucking snitches.
Interesting you say that, Kevin, because wouldn't you say you're snitching now? What happens with you? You know, that you're giving all this information. Do you not fear that all the gangs, if they found this out, are going to be coming for you?
I mean, they could try.
What do you mean by that?
But what he means is, he'll be behind bars, won't he?
Exactly.
There's a lot of them.
At the end of the day,
So
there's a reason why I'm talking to you guys, right?
Wait,
There's
that
one
reason?
thing. There's one thing, you know, orchestrating such a big business of import-export. There's one thing I care about, and that's the civilians of this beautiful place. And I don't want them to suffer anymore. Things have got well out of hand, and that's why I'm here. And if I'm the guy at the top, remove the geezer from the top, and hopefully it all stops, right?
Yeah, but
Yeah.
you know, it's not going to really work like that, Kevin. See, this case that we've built, it doesn't just involve you, mate.
I understand.
Now, usually we wouldn't reel off other names. But you know, this does involve, you know, your son, Derek. It does involve maybe a few
Your
of these
brother Al.
gang leaders, your brother Al. Now, you might have thought you can walk in here, pin it all on you, but that's just not how justice works, mate.
I mean, I didn't think I could pin it all on me. I've just been honest, to be honest.
Understood.
Can I ask a question based on that, Kev? Why now? Why all these weeks later, after all these horrific crimes have happened, do you feel is the right time to come forward?
I can't post for just yet.
Sometimes enough's enough. You know, I'm sick to death of looking over my shoulder every day. I'm sick to death of waking up and police waiting outside my house. I'm sick to death of people getting hurt. Innocent people. I'm sick to death going to the hospital No one being there anymore. I'm sick to death of going to mechanics to get my car repaired and there's gunshots. I'm sick to death of innocent people getting hurt. I just want people to live life, right?
Mm-hmm. Surely you'd know that this would have been the outcome, though, starting, gun trafficking between all the gangs. Surely you knew this was going to be the outcome of some sort.
To be honest with you, I was never supposed to get into this business. As you guys know, I was a businessman. I had everything at my feet. I moved here, I had a pub. I put all the money from the pub into making Big Toe. It's my favorite business ever.
Mm-hmm.
I got involved with the wrong people. Things got left to me and I didn't want to let anybody down. I got a thrill out of pleasing people, and once in my life, just feeling like I'm wanted and needed. There's nothing more important in life than being loved by others. I've sat there and had dark days and dark thoughts. It's not nice. I'm coming clean, change my life around. If that means I have to spend my whole time in prison writing books and stories, and maybe that's how I'll make my income. Maybe I'll just tell stories from the inside, prison stories. I don't know. I'm ready to turn my life around. I'm ready to get rid of the danger on the streets and let the great people of this fantastic city walk around without being in fear of people.
Do you think they'll stop?
I think they will.
Why do you think they'll stop? Just because you've handed yourself in?
Because if you take me away, take Des away, you take the guns away. That takes the fear out of people. Imagine walking down the shops on a hot summer day and not having to worry about you're going to get shot in the back of the leg. It's the life I want to live. Now, I know I'm not going to be able to live in that life again. I know it. But if I can do one thing right now to help anybody, that's hand myself in.
Do you think your son's going to be the same?
What do you mean by that?
Well, when he comes in for questioning, do you think he's going to be the same as you? Or do you think he's going to want to carry it on?
I've had a chat with Derek. We're in the same prison, for God's sake. And he's ready. He understands. He understands what's the right thing right now to do as a man. He cares the same as me, I know he's not the smartest guy in the world, but he sure does give everyone a lot of love, and he's another person who lights up the room.
TikTok 100k likes. Tap the screen. Tap the
Fortunately,
screen.
he's been dragged
And we'll let him
into
out
this
of jail.
by me. Now, I'm not coming in here just to pin it on me. Derek won't let me not do that. Derek will tell you everything you need to know. I can reassure you of that. You have my word.
Okay.
Now, will we have to go and find Derek, or will he be coming to us?
He can come to you, Gordon. I'll make sure of it.
I'll tell you what I want, Kevin. I want you. I want Derek. I want Al. I want every single gang leader behind bars. But it won't just work that easy. We're gonna have to set up a court date. Now,
Okay.
I know the prison lockdown times are a bit difficult coming up.
Yeah.
So if you had to pick a day of court this week, what would be your preference?
Whenever you guys are ready, really, because yeah.
Now, we had a discussion between ourselves of a day.
Okay.
I think we said, what was it, Wednesday, was it?
Friday.
Friday.
Around 10 o'clock.
All right.
Now, in the process leading up to that, mate,
Yeah.
you will be on at prison on remand.
Okay.
But we also will have to come and see you and go around to these houses. And I just hope when we do that, we see what we want to see.
And there'll be no interference.
I'll be, well, if you just, I don't know, maybe dress me different. I'm not saying trust him as a police officer, but there is stuff in my apartment. You know, the equipment there to make stuff is there. Yeah, Gordon, you caught me the other day with the most recent ones that I made, but there'll be stuff in Dez's apartment. The
Well,
stuff's there.
It's gonna
Not
be
for
a.
us anymore.
It's gonna be a process. It's not gonna happen overnight.
Of course, no, I completely understand that. And, you know, I'm just want to get this done, to be honest.
Talk to me about the gang leaders. How do we get them without them knowing? You're dobbing them in, mate.
I mean, you guys are the police officers. You tell me. I mean, it's not like I can just call them and tell them to come here, right?
No, but you can get them to visit you at prison, right?
I mean, yeah, of course, they most certainly would come to visit me out of prison, you know.
But we need it, you know, one by
Okay.
one. We'll set up a camera in prison in the visiting area.
Okay. Well, why don't you just come and grab them anyway?
Well, we will, but you know, we'll need you to do your magic from the inside, and we'll check the camera. When you walk into the old visiting room, cameras will be rolling. We'll be
Okay.
able to come up and grab the right person, but when we grab the person, we
Right.
need it to make sure it's just a leader.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
No, yeah, it makes sense. I understand.
Now, we've got more questions, I believe, by Pink.
Yeah, just to are the gang leaders aware of you coming to this interview at all?
No, only Derek knew I was coming here.
Okay. Would Derek pass that information on to them?
Of
Or
course
was
he
he sort of
would.
secrecy?
He's got a big mouth.
Mm-hmm. We know that.
That's why we need to get Derek right next.
Yeah, I wouldn't be aware if what he's doing or anything right now. So,
Well, I mean, think about what Derek's told us, eh? Do you think Derek's going to keep it quietly? Hey, lads? No.
probably not.
So,
Just for the purpose of the tape, but good, yeah.
Kevin, is there anything you missed out that you would like to address?
I think we've covered a lot of it, to be honest. Just one thing I will say, and this is by no means no threat. I would suggest you get my brother sooner rather than later.
And who's your brother again?
Packet.
What packet?
Packet.
Let me tell you something, Kevin. Right now, we got zero evidence on Packet.
Oh no, what I'm saying is, you know, you guy's a lunatic. He can get his hand on wherever he wants.
Oh.
More than what I could. And if the news get around that he's back, whatever I did plan, be 10 times worse if it's him. And there's
Give
a
us a
reason
pinpoint
why.
location right now, Kevin.
Tell him to send me the location.
Go ahead.
Could I have a phone, please?
Can we radio through? We need an empath in the air immediately.
Where's Mr. Wilson?
We've got Derek. He's just handed himself in.
He's gonna have
gone
to
see-
wait. We need empaths in the air immediately. Derek's gonna have to wait.
I'll go on main.
Where's Mr. Wilson?
Is anyone free to get?
Are you free,
Right,
please?
are you?
Thank you.
Can you get in the air at all? A little bit of an emergency. Is there any way possible you could,
Call him. Loudspeaker. No one else.
or
speak.
anyone else?
Oh, I just texted him. I'll call him. Hey,
Hello.
it's
that
me,
him?
Kev.
Wayne, please. Yeah, thank you.
Who are you with?
Oh, it's just some little tart from the fucking block, mate.
Oh, you told me you was in prison about half hour ago.
Yeah, I am. I'm in the block. Hey, listen, gonna need your posting address. I'm gonna send you
Oh.
some stuff. They're gonna take my communications off. They're gonna send me to segregation. I'm not gonna be able to write to you, so you just show me your location and, you know, maybe you could send me some pictures sometime of when we was younger and stuff. Remember the time we used to go to West Ham?
Kev, I ain't being funny, mate, but this you ain't asked for my fucking location for the last 6 months, mate. Now you want to know my location.
Kid, please. Everyone else has dropped me.
What's all them
Nobody
voices in
wants
the
to talk to me
background?
no more. It's the prison wing is busy. You're all
So
I've
what?
got.
Can they hear you on the phone?
No, they can't hear me.
So where are you?
I'm in the block.
Oh, I'll send you my location. Nothing dodgy, Kev, yeah?
Nothing dodgy, mate.
I'll send it over now.
Okay.
Good work, Kevin.
Good.
It's your
good,
best
good,
work yet, mate.
I know it's
I'll
not
just
easy,
if you
Kev, but
come
well
on
done.
to Orcs 1 for me, please, Wayne.
He shared his location.
Right. Where is it?
I've got Wayne up in the air, so we just need to wait for. We're just getting a location, Wayne,
Yeah.
and then I'll let you know
Where is it?
Go and scoop. Do you want me to go scoop it, mate?
Looking
We're about
now.
to find out. We're going to bring you upstairs. You're going to type it into our navigator. Get Wayne on the roof.
Wayne's up in the air.
Get him to land on the roof.
Hands around your back, mate.
Wayne,
Come
can you
here.
come land on the roof of PD? Sorry, darling.
Need to use it for the location.
Do you want me to be part of the sweep too, mate?
Yeah, we'll probably have you on your bike, mate. We're just going to find out where this location is. I mean, he mentioned that this geezer back here was on a yacht, so we're probably going to need a boat as well. You know how to drive one of them?
Yeah, I do, mate. You want us to hit him hard and heavy, Gov?
We're going to have to storm him, mate. Like nothing's ever happened, all right?
Please don't hurt him.
Shut up, Kevin.
I need the best 4, mate. I need the best 4 for this.
Listen,
Right.
just
So
promise
listen
you
to
one
me,
thing,
alright?
you won't hurt him, alright?
Listen, Kevin, we'll promise you justice. You'll
Okay.
go upstairs, you're going to get in our helicopter, and you're going to put the navigation in, all right?
Okay.
Then we'll go from there.
No smart moves, Kev.
What's up, mate?
Derek's going to have to wait because this could be more important than Derek.
Cool, we're in the ground units as well.
Perfect. Is the heli popper on the roof? I can't hear anything.
Yeah, mate, I'm just on the helipad a sec.
Right.
16, you're going to be on the ground?
Yeah, I'll lead the snatch team. Can I request a few bodies? Can I pick?
Yeah, go on to main and pick who you want, Brunswick.
Alright, we'll find out where the location is first.
Right, get him uncuffed. Guns in hands, please.
Down with you, so you got
Kevin, get in there. Put this navigation in.
Wandsworth, did you need some people, yeah?
Yeah, well said. We'll just find out where the location is and I'll go from there, mate.
Put that in, mate.
It's not coming up.
It is.
Oh, it is. Let me do it again.
Do it again.
It's right at the bottom. Can you see that, pilot?
Yeah, we see it, we see it.